Hi guys, welcome back to Kat's Kinder Kids. Today I thought I'd show you my Target haul. I went to Target, I went to Michael's, and I went to Hobby Lobby over the last couple of days. I was vlogging about it, and I'll put the vlog in the bottom bar below. I've tried to say that like 5 times. I'll put the vlog down below so you guys can kind of see all my trips to my different Targets and Hobby Lobbies and Michael's, and I actually dragged my husband along so you can see him in the Target and the Hobby Lobby sections. So I want to show you guys all the awesome stuff I got and how I plan to use some of this stuff, and hopefully you guys will be able to find it in your Targets. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I got at one of the Targets the first time. So this is when I went to Target on Friday, and then I went to Target today as well, and I have a whole nother bag. So let me show you what I found at this Target and how I plan to use some of the things. I grabbed the new school erasers. They have rainbows, they have stars, and they have apples that have cute little cheeks on them. I grabbed these because I use them as counters when they're doing different math stations. So sometimes I use them in small group, and sometimes I use them for games as counter pieces. And I just started using the erasers for these types of things. I wish I would have started grabbing these sooner than later, but I grabbed a couple of these. They only had one of each kind left, or I would have grabbed more. So that was the first thing that I found. The next thing that I found were these colored clips. And I don't know about you guys, but in my classroom I use the little like stick people that are at Lakeshore. But those are actually kind of expensive for just the magnets. And I don't know how they always end up walking away, but they always disappear. So I bought a couple of these just to put papers on the whiteboard. The next thing I grabbed were some wooden clips. I just thought these were really cute. I don't have something in mind for these first guys. Those will probably just get used for sub-plans and clipping little things like that together. And then right here we have the alphabet clips. Again, these ones I don't have any specific thing in mind. What I might do with them are some CVC cards that have beginning sounds and ending sounds, and have the kids work on clipping beginning sound and ending sound to the pictures. But I'm gonna look at TPT and see if there's something like that already made, and if not, I'll go ahead and make one of those games and put it in one of the 1-quart buckets in our cabinet games section. Alright, so the next thing I did get, I went a little bit overboard. I have a bunch of these that I bought. I want to say I bought 10 of the alphabet ones and I think 6 of the numbered ones, and these are magnetic. And I have the blue and red ones that you can get at Lakeshore, and I have 2 sets of those, and I really like them. But one thing I found was the kids spent more time looking for the alphabet letters than actually building words and working on CVC words or sight words with them. And so I haven't been able to find a storage unit where I can put them alphabetically and it's not ginormous. What I did find in my room, and I have in my room, but it doesn't have anything in it, it's like a tackle box, and it has 30 different sections, and the sections are little, but the foam letters that are magnetic never fit in those. And so when I saw these, I had to grab them up because I'm going to be able to put a bunch of these in each little section, so I can have the bottom pre-labeled. So when the kids are looking for letters, they know exactly where to go to find them instead of wasting all that time. So I got a bunch of these. The checkout lady was looking at me like I was crazy. And like I said, I got the magnetic ones and the numbers too. These can be used for math centers with kids working with games by themselves or working with games with me. And what I like to do is go to either Walmart or the dollar store and get cookie sheets that are magnetic, and those are super cheap. Walmart has them for about 80 cents. Dollar Tree has them for $1. And I use those for the kiddos who are using magnetic letters. Something else I got was just some dividers that I like the marble print for. This will go in my teacher binder to divide some of my other sections. Okay, these were probably what I was most excited to find. I have been looking for, these are the label pockets where it's sticky on one side and then you can slide things in and out of them. I have been looking for these for an entire year. I have seen people look for them and use them for behavior charts, for affirmations, lots of different things, and I was never able to find them, and I've been searching Targets for the last year. So when I found them, I may have bought about 5 packs of these guys. So I did spend almost $20 on these guys, but it's well worth it. I also got the long ones. I don't think I have them in here because my Target bag, I open up the trunk, and I have a Jeep, so the trunk opens up and then opens up the top, and the bag flew out, and it was a big mess, and I was in the grocery store, so I was just throwing it all in the car. And so the long ones are still in the car. They didn't make it their way back into the bag. So I bought the square ones and then the long rectangular ones, and I don't know how I'm going to use the rectangular ones yet, but I knew if I didn't grab them I would be regretting it, so I got a bunch of those. And then the next thing I found were sticker books, and it's kind of self-explanatory how you can use these. I have parent helpers in my room, and I have them put stickers on a lot of the kids' work. I also keep some sticker books at home if I bring work home with me. And I also like to take some stickers that have different scenery and things like that on them and use these in writing centers. And so sometimes if the kids get stuck on a story, I let them pick out 3 stickers, put on their paper, and they have to write a story based on those stickers and their imagination. So I grabbed a couple of those. This was something I did not see on anyone else's Instagram, but when I saw it in my Target, I had to pick it up. I got a couple different kinds of these little foam balls. For my word work centers, I use Play-Doh, I use kinetic sand, I use stamps, and when I saw that they had the play foam, I was really interested in using it. It comes with different alphabet cards on the back. I don't know if we'll use those very much. I might just be using the foam, but I'm interested to see how it works. I'm going to test it out with my kiddo at home before I bring these in and see how those go. And then the next thing I got for that last Target trip was nail polish, but that is not for my classroom. And then I got this silly little apple thing. I am not a knick-knack person. Everyone in my life knows that. I don't like things that just sit on shelves. I don't see a point in it. So I saw it, I thought it was cute, and I thought I'll stick it somewhere with one of my motivational things that I got from Hobby Lobby, which I'm going to show you next. So I went to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is probably worse for me than Target because I love decorating things. So in my classroom this year, it's going to be a lot of wood, a lot of blacks and grays and teal. So that was the section, that was the section I went to at Target. And this was the first thing that I picked up. And it's just a little cute little banner. And I think I'm going to have this go underneath one of our windows. We have a really big window in the front of our mobile and a really big window in the back. So I think this guy is going to go in the front, and I haven't decided if I'm going to use my Cricut and put some vinyl letters on it yet, but so far that's what I have planned for that guy. And that was not too expensive. That was $19.99, and it was 50% off, and then I got to use a coupon on top of it. So that guy was not too much. On the other window that's not going to have that, I did buy this arrow. Literally, someone took over my body when I was in Hobby Lobby, and I was trying to justify every single thing I liked. And I was really proud of myself. I put a lot of things back in the cart, but some things just stayed in the cart. Same with this, was $19.99. I got it on, it was 50% off, and I had a coupon that I was allowed to use with it. So it wasn't too expensive. And my custodians will be able to help me drill into the wall to hang this up. My thinking is I'm going to put this on top of one of the windows where I add drapes. I was given permission to put drapes in my room this year, which was a big deal, as long as I order the flame retardant spray on Amazon, which I need to remind myself to do that. So I need to order that spray and spray it on some curtains, and then this is also going to go on top of that. Another thing I found, this was actually in the nursery section. So this was $12 and I got it 50% off. And it says, "Hello Little Love." And one reason I really loved this was because I always call my kids Love. Sunshine, Love Bug, things like that. I always just give them little nicknames like that. So I like it. I think I'm going to take that little part off the bottom. And this is going to go on top of one of our bookcases. Also in the nursery section, I got this one too, and it says "Be Brave," and I think I know where this one's going to go on top of one of the new bookcases from IKEA that I just got, and this was $17, and again 50% off, and I got to use a coupon with it, so that was really nice. This guy was in Hobby Lobby's teacher section, and I don't know if they've always had a teacher section, but I saw someone post this on Instagram, so that was the original reason that I went to Hobby Lobby, for one thing, was for this. And what I love most about my classroom is who I share it with. This was $9, which I'm looking at that, and that is super surprising. So it was $9. This one was not 50% off, but I did have a coupon for a full priced item, so I was able to pick this up for less than the $10. So I love this. I think this is going to go on their mailboxes right when you walk in the door, but I'm not completely sure yet. But I thought this was just really sweet, and I love to write things like that in my classroom on my light board, so I think the kids would really love that. Something else I hemmed and hawed, because this one was expensive. This was $25, and again, 50% off, but kind of expensive for just a little decor piece. And these are actually magnets, and it is a magnetic piece. I do have chevron in my room, and teal seems to be a color that I'm just kind of going with this year. So I really loved that they had both of those things together. And I think this is going to go over I call it my desk area. My kids call the table my desk, but I got rid of my teacher's desk years ago. It was just a waste of space, and I could have used that space for something else. So instead, I use a horseshoe table is where like my home base is, and behind me there's shelving units. So I think that's where this is gonna go. And Michael's is a super quick trip. I love going there. They have really great sales, and I only go there when there are sales. And they also let me use either my military discount or my teacher discount, which I really appreciate. So I love buying all of my paper from Michael's. The first thing I got was black cardstock. This is the thick kind, and I like using this with my Cricut when I'm cutting out letters. And I honestly haven't picked up my Cricut in a really long time. So that was my goal today. Actually, when I'm done cleaning up this mess, I'm gonna go make a card on that. So I bought more paper to use with that, and I also bought, speaking of paper, some scrapbook paper. I used to be a scrapbooker back in the day. I don't really have the patience for it, especially with time and money. I would rather spend that money in my classroom or on other things, because scrapbooking can get really expensive. So I love buying their big reams of scrapbook paper when it's on sale. And this originally, I believe, was $25, and I got it for $5, and that was before my 15% discount. So I hit the jackpot with that. It has some really cute prints. Again, I think I got this just to run through my Cricut and cut out some letters using this. So I got that pattern, and then I also got some different teal colors. I'll probably stay in the lighter side of this, but I mean, you can't go wrong. This was, I think, $19 for the whole pack, and I paid less than $5 for it. So I loved picking that up. And the last thing I got from Michael's were some emoji stickers. And emoji seems to be like a big thing with the kids. I personally don't think they're that cute. I mean, when I'm texting, I use emojis a lot, but like they have them in pillows and things like that, and that's just not my style, but the kids love them. So these will probably go into their writing center, and I always let the kids pick 3 stickers and put them in their narrative journals, and they try to create some type of journal piece using emoji stickers. So I needed more for that. And then today I did go back to Target, and my husband was able to see that mess. So let's jump into the second bag from Target. Most of this was from the Target spot, or why can I never say that right? The Target dollar spot. This guy, the colors don't really go with what I use normally, but I still thought it was really cute, so I went with that. These guys, I think, are gonna stay, I don't know if you can see them right here. I think these are gonna stay at home, and they're gonna go on my fridge, but they're very cute. I was gonna buy them the first time I was at Target, and I just decided to skip out on it, but I was thinking about it, and for $3, and I'm thinking about it, I might as well just pick it up. So I grabbed that. Oh, this is one of the other foam pieces that I got that are different color foam than these guys. These ones are the numbers and the flashcards that come with them. This can be used for one of my intervention groups. I do have parents that come in, and I'm able to give them a couple of kids or one kid that's working on a specific task, and put them in a part of the room and work separately. So this might be something that I'm working on with those kiddos. I got these little puzzle cards, and they have the alphabet letters, and then the beginning sound that goes with the alphabet letter is how they're organized. I don't think I would do this whole class. I mean, obviously I wouldn't do a whole class. There's only one of them, but this might be for a kiddo that is done early and they need a cabinet game to go to, or an intervention kiddo that I'm working with. I bought a bunch of these guys. These are a clothespin, and it has numbers, and it's kind of self-explanatory, where they just pin the clothespin to whatever number they're showing on the card. There's a bunch of TPT stores that have things like this. So at least this one I didn't have to prep or laminate or get organized. So I bought a couple of these guys. I bought an obscene amount of these. These were not in the dollar spot. Besides the foam, nothing else was there on Friday when I went back today, which is why I got more stuff. I saw someone else on Instagram had these at their store. We use name tags a lot at the beginning of the year for the kids, especially it's helpful for the noon duties and the lunch staff and everyone, because we have the kinder, so no one on campus has seen them before. So I do give them yarn and name tags, and they wear little name tags for the first week. So I bought enough for myself and enough for the rest of the grade level, so we can make those during one of our back to school things. There's even more of them in here. And I also got name tags that just have a different pattern on them. These might be used for like a field trip if they're working with parents that they've never worked with before. I'll just make these up for that parent. These are more puzzle cards, and these ones are called alphabet sequence puzzles. And this could be done with something in a small group, or for kiddos that are finished with their work early. I have eyelashes in here and yarn. That was for the wedding that I'm going to. The bride asked me to do her makeup, so I needed eyelashes for her. And another clothespin game. These ones are rhyming ones, and these ones are letters. Here are more of the long ones. They had restocked on the long ones, so I grabbed those. And they also had more. I don't know what is with all of their magnetic stuff, but this is a number sentence board that I thought could be handy for working one-on-one with some kids or in a small group with kids. And you know what? Or this might be something that stays home with me and lives at my house. But, you know, that can always be decided at a later date. So that was a lot of stuff. I think the dollar Target spot turned into a lot more than a dollar Target spot. The good news is that everything that people were posting on Instagram I was able to find. The bad news was that my husband was there to witness when Target just takes over my body, and I just come out with a lot more than I had expected. For the second trip today that we went to, I also ended up buying a rug, 2 pairs of shoes, a shirt, and it was just like one of those trips where you don't know how it ends up in the shopping cart, but it does. But I didn't think you guys would want to see all that stuff, just the teacher stuff. So that was everything that I got the last 3 days for my classroom. I always thought that the first year would be the year I would spend the most amount of money on my students, and then it seems like every summer I just continue to spend money. But I think that's important to spend money on your classroom. It's your second home, and I'm probably there awake more than I'm awake at my own house. So I don't mind spending the money on the kids. I don't mind spending the money on myself for my classroom. So that's what I got, and hopefully you guys were able to see some things here that you didn't have in your spot or that you missed in your spot, and you're able to go find them at your dollar spot or your Hobby Lobby or your Target. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for this video, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm hoping to get you guys another video before this week is done. Thanks!